I'm going to talk today about the differences between the traditional grip and the conventional traditional grip. Traditional grip, if you're new to this, it came out of the side drum, military drummers who would be marching and the drum would be on an angle, the snare drum, and it'd be very awkward to hit the drum this way. So this wrist grip came about, of this way of hitting the drum like that, and wrist rotating that way. Right hand stays the same. So a lot of people who are new to this, they I don't know why, but they take the stick in the right hand like they're writing or something, and they play this way. That's really not right. Or maybe, I don't know why they do that. I think it's a mirror image thing. This is my left hand over here. So, okay, so that's covered. The traditional grip finds the stick resting between the second and third joint of the middle finger. Sorry, of the ring finger. Right in there. Ring finger, the third finger. So you hit the drum with a good feeling of support from that third finger and from the pinky too. And that's fine. The conventional traditional grip is a newer development, I'm told, and it's very awkward at first. It feels like the stick is not as well supported from the two fingers underneath, but basically the stick is now resting on the cuticle of the ring finger. I don't know if you can see that there. So as opposed to resting in here, it's now all the way over there on the cuticle. Now the reason for that, I believe, I'm pretty new to this, so it's worth researching this more and looking into the guys who are more authorities on this stuff. There's a lot of them out there. The reason for the change, basically, has to do with rotation. So here's the traditional grip, rotation in the left hand. You can see, bam, that's as far as I can go, rotating in here. Okay. Right hand is just from the wrist, nice and normal, nice and natural in here. But the left hand, that's the limit. With the conventional traditional grip, check out the rotation there. So it's a big difference. Now the stick is coming out all the way here, and there's a lot more rotation available, which means volume, distance away from whatever you're hitting. And that's just moving from the elbow down. So traditional, see that? That's as far as I can go. Not gonna, get into any of this weirdness like that. Versus conventional traditional, all the way out here. So it's worth talking also about there being one point of axis from the elbow all the way down to the tip of the thumb. So when you're new to this, a very common thing to do is actually hold a quarter on the knuckle. You hold a quarter down with your thumb, and just to train your thumb to stay put, and for there to be one solid line, one solid point of axis from your forearm all the way down to the tip of your thumb, so you can start to move in a new way, basically, which is very hard to train yourself to do. Anyhow, I learned this stuff from Michael Beauclerc, who's a great Toronto area, Peterborough drummer, drum champion from drum corps tradition, Yamaha artist, Yamaha teacher. Beauclerc, if I haven't linked it from this website, awesome guy. Beauclerc, Michael Beauclerc. Oh yeah, the reason I went to go see him was because I needed help with my doubles, and I also needed help with getting a better rim shot from the left hand. So when you watch guys like Michael play, and Jim Chapin, and guys who really study this stuff, I'm new to this, so those are the authorities, and they can give you a million more details on this kind of stuff, or any hardcore, military drum tradition guy, drum corps. The double basically comes about from hitting the drum and continuing to move into the drum. So playing from the webbing of the between the thumb and the first finger, hit the drum, and the elbow goes out. So when you watch these guys, the elbow is really, really moving a lot, and a lot of volume and power comes from there. So it actually feels very natural for that to happen. Even when you just twist your elbow joint here, your forearm, the elbow moves. Well, it's not really moving there, but it's really easy for it to get moving. So that's a good thing. And when you watch Frank Bellucci, all these guys who are really great at this, their elbows are flying. It's like a hockey match. You know, you don't want to be in a crowded place with these guys because their elbows they'll bust your ribs up really good. They're just going like that. It's awesome to watch. So traditional, for me, I always found that the double, I had to really kind of coax it out from the index finger. So again, with traditional, the stick is resting in a totally different area. You get a lot of rotation and everything, but it's just a lot different. It feels like I'm clawing the stick. You know, I've got like a claw, and I'm really the stick is pretty inhibited in there. So this is a lot of fun. It's a very awkward feeling at first to change to conventional, but once you start to oh yeah, again, support that ring finger. I was told the pinky supports it, and there's a solid flat line here in these fingers down here. The pinky is supporting the ring finger. It really starts to get a lot easier. When the doubles are really fast, then you just pump from the forearm. That's what Michael taught me as well. You get a lot more height when at slower tempos. For that backbeat, I'm still really new to this too, but you send the stick off the drum with a lot of intention, a very deliberate motion there, and then you relax and bring the stick down and hit that rim from the thumb. So tense, and then when you're up here, you relax, and almost just through inertia and momentum, the stick comes down by virtue of all of the momentum you've put into the beginning of the stroke. So it's not a hit where you're actually clawing the stick and you're tight the entire time. You know, tight, 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 tense, tense, tense the entire time. That's just not happening. You're tight and tense, and then relaxed. Bang. Great guy to watch for this is Vinny Colaiuta, because he gets a ton of volume and a very full sound out of his snare, but I think that's what's happening with him. Does anybody know, really? Anyway, so there you go. I hope that helps. Conventional grip versus traditional. It's a great idea to get a mirror as well, so you can see how you're moving. Since I'm new to this, one of the things that I find I do is my forearm is kind of out there like that, which I think is a mistake. I want to just be a little more upright and Michael said was you close the gap in here between your thumb and your index. So have fun, enjoy, explore it, and only get into it if you love it and if you feel drawn to it, that's a great impetus right there to get into this kind of thing. Don't worry about whether it's cool or trendy or anything like that. Just explore this stuff if you feel like you're drawn to it and you love it. That's the most important thing. Enjoy. Have fun. Go slow. It gets a lot easier.